Welcome to the second blog. Today's topic is why being compassionate matters. From the experience I have learned as a person, I always needed someone in my life to cut my suffering and help me succeed heaps faster in life. This was missing in my life in my teenage years. In those times I needed someone to say to me and explain why you must not go through this path that I ultimately chose to go through. I needed a teacher in these times, someone who would mentor me, coach me on what is good and what is not. In my teenage years, I suffered most because I did not have direction in life, and I had nobody to show me the way. I was living life just to live life. Eventually I fell into some hard life challenges along the way. To be honest, I would not have chosen it any other way, due to the reason that I have become a stronger person with these life challenges. So going back, it would benefit you tremendously if someone could show you the way, instead of spending your whole life going blindfolded. This is the main reason there are compassionate people out there who have done what you want to do. Yes, it did cost them their time and dedication to it, but these people will ultimately cut years of suffering and ultimately show you the quickest route to your destination. There are so many books out there on any topic you want, and these books are true signs of compassion. These books are from people who have lived life and have ultimately learnt in life valuable lessons that would benefit you today. So why be compassionate? Because the reason to be able to provide others success on a platter is worth it. Think about it. You handed someone the key to success. They succeeded because of you. And then they go on and teach someone else. And this spreads around till the whole world is updated on what true compassion is, what true love is, which is compassion. Compassion, my friend, is love. This is the best form of love. I personally feel great when someone has helped me in my life, and I will always respect that person, no matter what, because a person who truly helps does not seek violence. When you succeed because of somebody, you will ultimately know the true meaning of life, that compassion is where it is at in this life. A person who cannot be compassionate toward another human being is not really living. This person holds everything to themselves and suffers from unworthiness, guilt, shame, and secrecy. And these factors are what will truly stumble you down in life unless you change how you act and how you trust humans, which is to trust humans. Yes, there are crooks, but these are ultimately the people we should be helping. Then the world will be a better place. These people that steal things are trying to survive, and they need our empathy, not sympathy. We do not shame them, but help them overcome their egos. For this is how change and compassion escalates. Compassion is professionalism and humane. And this is why everyone should be compassionate toward each other. Some people just do not know what compassion means, but they know what hate means because they were taught that way. If you ultimately want to help someone succeed, find people who are helping others succeed. They will help you succeed through one of their programs. And ultimately, once you succeed, you can help others live their dreams. And they will all be accounting you for their victory in life. If you think about it, when you have helped someone succeed, you have done a great thing in this world. It is truly great when you help someone succeed. And I am also grateful for the authors we have today, as these are people who are seeking to help you in life. They are your mentors. I give these authors a lot of credit for what they have gone through and what they are doing around the world. These authors are helping millions upon millions succeed, and this is the true meaning of being great. Personally, the more you help inspire people to succeed, the more you conquer yourself as a person, when you can change lives for the better. This is quality done right. You look out for other humans. You show them the way. You show them the door. You help this person succeed. And because you have done that, you have ultimately succeeded in life. I'd like to thank you for listening to this blog. This is actually my second post. Also, I hope to see you back, and thank you very much for listening.
Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. So today is an awesome day due to my self-realization and who I am. And the reason I am speaking today is due to how I've lived life until now. Now, the reason I go about speaking right now in terms of my life is due to what's happened and how to move forward from it. So what happened over 5 days ago is I had my MacBook Pro and also my iPhone 8 Plus and my Samsung A20 and also my small phone that was actually given by one person in Adelaide. That's worth around $60, but it came in handy for me, and also a selfie stick and my backpack, my passport, my driver's license, my $85, and also my toothpaste and toothbrush with my terabyte drive and sunscreen was all stolen over 3 days ago, and also my cables that all go with the electronics were all stolen 3 days ago and over 3 days ago. So no matter what, it's been over 5 days now since my stuff was stolen, but I do feel amazing in terms of how I live life and what I can do about it. Now, I can see that my phone right now, my Samsung A20 Galaxy, still is working even though I've locked the screen. So that means you can hear my voice. Now, the reason I'm doing my audio podcast right now is due to being away from audios and videos for about over 5 days now, since people have been stealing my objects over 5 days ago. So no matter what, here I am now. I've recovered one of my phones, which is my Samsung A20 Galaxy, and I had to go to JB Hi-Fi and invest in a new one so that I can actually start doing audios and so that I can start actually journaling, which is a massive help for me, as I've learnt so much in my life just by doing journaling. Now, why do I speak about journaling? As it's going to help you so much. Now, no matter what, you have to realize that journaling is something that you can do every single day inside your phone right now, and all you have to do is make sure that you just write something. Now, just write your thoughts down and make sure that you read upon what you are actually writing. Go through your day, what has happened, and make sure that you learn from it. Learn how to learn by yourself. That is how I learn. That is how I coach myself. That is how I do everything. Today I was actually in the pool doing some cardio, but it was really just some emotional conditioning. And now when I go in the pool, I go in the pool every single day to be able to make sure that I can move around, never get injured, but also have a great time and just self-reflect on my life, but also make sure to improve my emotions. Now, there is a step-by-step course I can do in terms of pool work, which I will be doing in the future. But also, after the pool, I make sure to go and work out my legs. And at the moment, I'm been doing one muscle group every single day just so I can build my confidence and motivation in the long run. Now, as soon as I started doing cardio today, I learned for the first time how I can do athleticism with agility work and make sure that I can be a person who is far developing more than others. And now, when I say that, I mean that I am developing much more than myself. So when I compare myself with others, I'm actually comparing myself with myself. So the only kind of real knowledge that you need to really see is that you become better than yesterday. Now, many people are following what the outside crowd is doing in daily life, but what you have to do is you have to follow your inner guidance and be better than yourself in life. Now, many people see alcohol outside of them, and they see people drinking, and they see people going to pubs and clubs and nightclubs, and they're following the crowd. They're doing what the crowd is doing. They're doing what the outside world is doing. Now, the key to success is never the outside world, but you have to look inside. Now, when you're looking inside, what you're really doing is you're becoming better than yesterday. You're a person who is actually improving yourself to become better and better and better. That is what I've been doing over the past 5.5 years now and more. So I've been improving so much in 5 years' time, and no matter what, I am now improving myself even more now. So no matter what, it's been over 5 years since I've been improving myself, but my personal development really started 2 years ago, actually 25 months ago, when I became sober, off the drugs, off the alcohol, off the cigarettes, off the caffeine. And 1 year after I became sober, I became a vegan. Now, when I became a vegan, that was obviously a new transition in my life. And when I started to do that, I actually felt much better. And now it's been 14 months since I became veganism, and here I am doing a much better job in terms of veganism, and I overcame meat eating over 14 months ago, and it's been an incredible ride for me. Now, why do I say that? It's due to how I live my life and how I do meal preps every single day, but also how I enjoy my meals and how I eat on a daily basis that helps me look so good and that helps me look so sexy today. Now, today is an amazing day as I have so much knowledge to give you and I can speak my mind any day of the week. Now, I'm off social media for many reasons, but the biggest reason is to focus on myself more. Now, I've had people say, go on social media, make a YouTube account, make your Instagram account, and make a Facebook page and a Snapchat account and go on LinkedIn, and I've done all that before. Now, I've had 5 Instagram accounts. I've had 2 quote pages. I've had one of my music labels, and also I've had a model page, which is just me with my photos, and also a veganism media account, which is everything to do with health and media about me, and about everything to do with me and veganism in terms of health information and technology and how to boost your health. Now, why do you think and why do you believe that I chose to go off social media? It's due to focusing on myself. So what do I mean? I mean that I was following only 5 people, up to 5 people on social media, and all I was seeing was them anyway. And now I can see where my mentors from the past are going. And they are the only people that I would actually go to anyway in terms of information. But now I only go for myself. Now it's me over my mentors. My mentors have taught me how to grow by myself, and I can actually grow by myself now. I have no need for $1 million mentors. I have no need for $1 million masterminds. I have no need for $1 billion masterminds. I just have a need for myself now. So I have no need for other people. I just need myself. So the reason I'm here today is to just expand my mind more so that I can give you what's on my mind so that you can improve your life. Now, what's the point in improving your life? The point in improving your life is to become a better person, but to look inside so that you can never be the crowd. That's why I'm here doing an audio program for you. It's actually a podcast of mine, but it's better than nothing. And now, I was robbed over 5 days ago, and I attracted that. Now, no matter what, here I am, and I'm doing better than yesterday. So no matter what, even though I was robbed over 5 days ago, guess what? I learned a massive amount for myself in terms of how the world works, what are the world's rules, how to get my identification back, how to live without technology for over 3 days for myself, and how I can actually do myself even better now. So no matter what, I have technology now more than ever, and I actually have more motivation for myself more than ever now. Do you know why? Because when something happens to you, you must be able to lift yourself up from it, and you must be able to build resilience and see how you feel without all your stuff. Now, that's what happened to me. I was robbed over 5 days ago from all my devices, and I had no devices for over 3 days. And guess what? I learned a massive amount in terms of, hey, I'm ready for a relationship now. Hey, it's time to step up. Hey, it's time to do some cardio. It's time to actually improve my life. I dropped 16.9 grams of sugar every single day now. Do you know how much 16.9 grams of sugar is? So, for example, say when you are actually taking, say, 37.5 grams of sugar every day. That's the recommended max intake of sugar a day. Now, many people go over this amount, and I was one of them. I was actually taking 300 grams of sugar every single day before. So no matter what, to be able to even drop it down to 37.5 grams of sugar a day and be in the recommended guidelines, and then drop a further 16.9 from that point, that's a massive deal. You have to understand that. So I just dropped 16.9 grams of sugar every single day over the next 73 years. Now, do you know how much sugar that is? It works out to be around 700 kilograms of sugar over my lifetime. So no matter what, I plan to live over 100 years old. I plan to live over 120. So no matter what, I calculated my sugar intake based on over 73 years. So I went 16 times, I went 16 times, 16.9 times 365 times over 73 years. And it's just an amazing feeling to be able to calculate and be able to actually reduce your finances in the worst ways. So no matter what, make sure you're always boosting your finances in the best ways. And that's what I've done. I've actually also switched from soy milk to almond milk. And in the same day, I also switched from almond milk to water. And guess what? I also just eliminated all milk altogether. I never drink milk anymore. And guess what? Now, since I was taking calcium from soy milk because it had protein, and I was drinking actually soy milk, the unsweetened one, but before that I was actually drinking soy milk which was actually sweetened. So I went from soy milk that was sweetened to soy milk that was unsweetened to almond milk from unsweetened soy milk to water from almond milk. And I actually save $5 every single day now just on almond milk. So no matter what, I now have $131,000 saved over my lifetime, which is over 73 years of having no milk in my life. Now, I have no need for milk in my life. I have other varieties that I can get calcium as a vegan. Now, my other options to get calcium are tofu. Now, I can eat one tofu a day and get my daily needs met in terms of calcium. I can go for spirulina and also barley grass and also wheatgrass, and I can do wheatgrass juice and I can get my calcium that way too. And also I can eat peanuts and I can eat also peanut butter and get my calcium needs. I can also get calcium in bread as well, but as long as it's fortified. So no matter what, fortified means that it's mixture of added calcium inside the bread. Now, there are foods that are fortified in life, and you have to see that no matter what, when foods are fortified, it means they have added something to it. Now, almond milk has no calcium in it. You have to realize that. So, to be able to switch over to tofu instead is the best option in terms of calcium. But so is anything to do with soy. But just be careful about soya sauce, as soya sauce has a lot to do with a lot of sodium and a lot of yeast extract. Yeast extract is actually a flavor enhancer that is actually always associated with high sodium intake. So no matter what, yeast extract is sodium. It's actual enhancer, which is bad for your heart. And no matter what, sodium in itself is bad for the heart. So you have to cut down on your sodium. And today I actually cut down on 659 grams. Sorry, I actually cut down on 659 kilograms of sodium intake over 73 years just by throwing out vegetable stock powder, which I used to actually eat, but there was yeast extract in it. And it's like a preservative. Now, salt and sodium is exactly like a preservative. And what it does is the same negative effects as preservatives. So the less sugar and salt you eat in life, the better for you. So always seek to cut down your salt intake and always seek to cut down your sugar intake as much as you can. Have no natural sugars in life. They say natural sugar is the best. Yeah, but have no natural sugars because your body can create its own energy by itself. Eat the foods that have no sugar. Eat the foods that have no sodium. So no matter what, now since you've learned more about nutrition and how I transition with my food intake, you have to realize to experiment with food in terms of weight loss and make sure that you try new foods and better deals in foods. Why would you go for the peanut butter that has 8.5 grams of sugar when there's a peanut butter that has 4.9 grams of sugar per 100 gram? So when you read labels, when you're reading nutritional labels, what you're really doing is you're only looking at the side that says per 100 grams, okay? And you only calculate your sugar intake and also your nutritional needs in terms of sodium intake and fat intake and protein intake per 100 grams. So when you see peanut butter, why would you go for the one that has 22 grams of protein when there's one that you can get for 43 grams of protein? But then there's more to that than just that part of the information. When you can see, for example, to get the one that has the lowest amount of sugar, the lowest amount of sodium, and fuck the protein. Now, all peanut butter is going to have over 20 grams of protein, and that's more than enough for you. But what you have to look at is go for the one that is the lowest in sodium and the lowest in sugar. Now, the fat is natural in terms of peanut butter. Every single peanut butter has over 50 grams of sugar. Every peanut butter has over 50 grams of fat. And most of them are over 50 grams of fat. You may find one where it's over 42 grams of fat. So no matter what, peanut butter is a natural fat intake. Now, yes, it's high in fat, but guess what? It's also high in protein. It gives you a lot of muscle building energy. It gives you energy, it gives you calcium, and also it boosts your health and it makes you more satisfied than all the other butters out there. Now, there's also hummus that you can eat in terms of eating your spreads, or you can go to also cooking sauce, actual cooking sauce that is low in sodium, and it may have sugar in it as well, which is natural sugar. So no matter what, it even may be processed, so you have to be careful about that. So no matter what, those are the three terms of spreads that I would use in my daily life: the cooking sauce, the hummus, and the peanut butter. I just go for the peanut butter as it has more protein for me, as now it's time for me to step up my physical aspects of life in terms of muscle and to look good on the outside of myself. So how I do that is I work on my insides. So I'm always focusing inside. I'm never focusing outside. So to focus inside, all you have to do is emotional work every single day. How do you do that? You get in the pool and you just move around in the pool. And what you're seeking to do in the pool is just move around and see how people are looking at you. And as you move your body, you will observe the mind. Now, as you're observing the mind, You're becoming more flexible. You're actually decreasing your thinking, and talk to yourself in the pool as you are moving around like an athletic person. Move around, jump around, and feel like you're falling into the pool, and go backwards in the pool and go forwards in the pool, and do some karate in the pool, and also do some punching in the pool, and also do some kicks in the pool. Do some actual swimming in the pool in terms of just being with yourself. So I never do backstroke and freestyle for myself, but what I do is always me in life. Now, when I do me, I focus on flexibility. I focus on making sure that when I'm doing my nice, beautiful workout in the pool, that it's never sweat too much. Never sweat. Just have a nice, beautiful, relaxed session of just moving around beautifully, just getting your blood flow moving. Just move around all the time. And when I move around in the pool, I move around for over hours. I move for over 2 hours minimum. So no matter what, I'm in the pool anywhere between 1 hour to about 5 hours doing my actual emotional healing. So when I'm doing my emotional healing, all I'm focusing is on just moving my body parts and making sure that I'm observing the mind, and also seeing what other people are thinking about me, but making sure that I'm focusing on me more than them. And then when I do that, I get more confidence and I get more courage, and also I feel much better. And then I see a woman approaching me, I focus to just do me, and that boosts my confidence too. And then someone may say hi, I may start having a conversation, but depending on how I feel, I just focus on my daily life and I plan ahead. And I just make sure to move in the pool for as long as possible, as eventually you'll start actually getting scared. And then that's the time to even push even more forward inside the pool. So all you're doing is seeking to see where is your climax in terms of cardio, in terms of being in the pool, and in terms of living your daily life. So as soon as you hit the climax, seek to keep going and push yourself even more. That's actually you training your emotions to handle more of life. That's you pushing yourself to actually grow and actually be intentional in your physicality and be stronger in your emotions. Sometimes you may need to back away, but why would you back away? Why don't you actually go into it? Because you must actually get into it. So what do I mean? I mean, when you need to pull back, you need to go into it. So for example, when you're fighting and you need to move back because you're scared, that's the moment you actually push forward. Do you know why? Because when you push forward, you are pushing past that fear, past that blockage that you have. You're actually pushing past the self-doubt. So make sure that you're never self-doubting yourself. And that's why I get in the pool. I get in the pool to be less doubtful of who I am, and so that it prepares me also for my muscle workout. And after the pool workout, I have an actual muscle group workout, and I do from legs to abs to shoulders to my triceps to biceps to my back and to my chest. And then what I do after my muscle workouts is, at the moment, I'm just doing one muscle group at the moment. Why? So that I can actually boost my confidence just doing one muscle group for about 2 months now, no problems. And after that, I'll see what to do. Eventually, I'll say no more of this. I'll start doing actually compound exercises. What's that? It means I'll work out 2 muscle groups in one day. But at the moment, I need to build the confidence, as when you do too much in one day, you start to actually become more scared to actually do it again. So what I'm doing is I'm just doing it slowly to begin with. And as I pick up momentum and motivation throughout time, I'll start to feel better and better about myself, and I'll say, hey, I'll start now to do compound exercises, which is 2 muscle groups at once. So what does that mean? I mean, I'll do my legs first, and then I'll do my shoulders, and then I'll do my biceps, and then I'll do my abs, and then I'll just make a nice beautiful workout resume where I can actually do 2 muscle groups every single day. And that way I can boost my momentum even further, and then get into heavier athleticism, which is lighter athleticism. So you have to realize to never do heavy work and to never do heavy exercise. You have to do light exercise in small bursts. Okay, so what I've done today after my actual leg workout, what I was doing was my front legs, and I was just pushing up my legs, just pushing them up, in the front way. And I was doing that as long as I could. And my body was saying, "Oh, let's quit. And I'm like, no, just push a bit more. Go like this, go like this." And I was doing this with my motions. I was never thinking about it. So when I done that, I was like, with my motions, just keep going a bit more, keep going a bit more. And then a crowd came past me, and I'm like, never look at them, just focus on me. And I focused on me for a further minute, and I was like, hey, just finish it off here, and let's do some cardio. So when I do some cardio, what I do is I either do some boxing on the spot. So what would I do? I'll just dance around. That's my cardio. I just dance around like a boxer. Nothing else. That's my cardio. It gets my heart rate up. And then once I feel so confident in terms of my dancing and boxing, I may start to do actually some agility work. So what is some agility work? So have you ever seen, for example, rugby players and they sidestep and they actually run around, for example, around the opponent, and they may go backwards, they may run this way and that way. And I start just making my little course around for myself, and you'll see this on video as well. And I'll make a whole training course around peak performance and how to do athleticism in terms of pull work, in terms of using the power tube, which I use a power tube for all my muscle work. And also I do my abs on the mattress. I actually get myself a mattress, which I have a mattress right now, and I stick it on my bag, and I'll show you guys my life skills also. And then I get into my cardio workout, which is also my dancing around and my agility work. And then I start to jump around, I start to do all these different bursts of energy. It's a little burst of energy just to get your heart rate up. It's nothing too difficult. It's nothing difficult at all. It's never difficult. Anyone can do it. A fat person who is 150 kilos can do it. Anyone can do athleticism right now. You never have to be fit to be athletic. You can be athletic at any age of your life. You can be athletic when you're 100 years old and you're 150 kilos. You can be athletic. Yes, you can. I promise you. It's very easy. And you start off slow. No matter what, nutrition is the most important in terms of losing weight today. So when you're fat, focus only on nutrition. Believe me. And actually coach yourself about nutrition and learn about yourself in terms of how you eat and what you eat, and find out your food groups and what works for you. And also, it's never what works for you, it's what works better for you. Remember that. So when you're eating something, never eat it because it works for you. Eat it because it's better for you. Do you understand? When you're doing life, never do what works for you. Do what's better for you. You understand? Now, you may believe that alcohol works for you. No, do what's better for you. Now, alcohol is never better for you. You understand? Make some common sense in life. And guys, no matter what, you just have to see that life is worth living when you are actually doing yourself. So I'll just check my phone over here to see what's going on. Okay, so it's 27 minutes and 28 minutes. So no matter what, you have to realize, guys, that life is now. Life is this moment. So when you can live life, you can do better. Now, here I am at the Cairns hostel in Mama's Hostel of Cairns, Australia. And it's an amazing hostel as it has a pool for me, and I can actually get into the pool every single day. But due to the very hot sun during the day, it's actually, in summer over here, it's 24 degrees and it goes up to 35. And it ranges from that area every single day in summer. And it's very hot. And here at the swimming pool, there's only one palm tree that can actually give me shade. So what I do in the summer, I've actually made myself a big discipline. I say, in summer, anywhere around the world, I will get in the pool or the beach only when it's after 6 p.m. at night. So here in Australia, after 6 p.m., it actually may be sunny after 6 p.m. But around 7 o'clock, it starts to wind down and the sun goes away. So around that time in Cairns, Australia, I go in the pool. And for about 1.5 hours to over 1.5 hours, maybe even 1 hour, I can do some pool work. It's no problem. And I can make sure to actually get in the pool and love myself while I'm at it. So no matter what, then I go and do gym workouts by myself. And I'm away from the hostel all single day. So no matter what, I have friends here at the hostel, but I'm my biggest friend. Now, people here at the hostel, they say hi to me. And I have some status and I have some fame here, and I approach them. That's why. Now, when you're around hostels, when you're going around people, just say hi, okay? Now, when you're saying hi, there are going to be people who dislike you. Now, I have people who hate me for no reason. I have this woman, she just likes another guy because he speaks Spanish, and she stays away from me because of that. It's just so stupid. Like, she judges me because I was born in Australia. Now, those type of people, I never speak to them. I never say hi to them. I see her now, I'm like, I never say hi to her. I never hate her, but I see she hates me. And no matter what, I just do my life. And then she says hi to me and I say hi. I say I want to speak to her when she speaks to me. And some people, they actually look at me, and there's this woman, and she actually looks at me, and she's like, give me this weird face all the time. Like, she dislikes me. It's so obvious. I said nothing to disappoint her, but obviously she's disappointed, and I'm just doing me anyway. And I'm never disappointed because I'm better than yesterday. But there's also been people here at the hostel who just go up to me and they ask me questions, and no matter what, it's very nice of them. I love people who ask questions. And there's also people where I would go and sit with them, and they'll ask me, why did you sit with us? And they actually need me to put them first above me. So then I say, no, I'm first in my life, sorry, but I'll never put you guys first, as to do that would be a disgrace for me. And then I ask, why do you see life like that? Well, that's the way I see life. And it's really a shame what's going on in the world, but no matter what, I'm never a sympathetic person. Now, that what I just said was just very much sympathy, but you have to realize that the world is never a sad world, it's a better world. Now, you have to focus on a better world all the time, and no matter what, here I am with my Samsung A20 Galaxy, and my communication skills are getting better every single day. I'm actually improving my communication skills. My arms and my actual hand is moving around as I'm speaking with you on audio. So I'm speaking actually to you, because when I speak with you, you're actually speaking back with me. So no matter what, I can always teach some skills. I can teach you some public speaking skills, some communication skills, anything to do with any area of life. Now, in my podcasts, what I do is I just start to speak. I just speak about anything. And then guess what? Then once I finish the audio, what I do is I make sure to name the audio. And then guess what? I always start another audio anyway. So no matter what, I'm always speaking about something. And each of my seminars that I give around the world are always based on something different. I may give an 8-hour seminar here somewhere else, and I'll make sure that no matter what, I'm back here anyway. So I always give a seminar based on different life skills and based on different wording, and everything is always different. Every day, there's always someone asking a new question, and I answer it in a different format. And I give the same material in a different format all the time. So it's always different for me. As you see, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is a person who has far excelled life, but never more than me. Now, to be able to compare myself to Tony Robbins is the definition of a failure. But a failure is a successful person as well. Now, you have to realize, no matter what, to be able to live life is a success. Now, I compare myself to everyone in life. Do you know why? Because I do it for me. Now, it's totally never rude to compare yourself with everyone in the world, but make sure that you're just better than yesterday. Because when you're comparing yourself with other people and you're worse than yesterday and you're doing worse than you did at say 18 years old or 26 or 30 because you were drinking alcohol, because you were smoking cigarettes, and because you're drilling on the illegal drugs and legal drugs, then guess what? You must solve that yourself. You must coach yourself. Literally, you must coach yourself how to get out of the position that you put yourself in. Now, today is the 5th of February. Actually, the 6th of February. It's a Thursday in Australia, 2020. And Kobe Bryant, I just heard, just recently, died in a helicopter crash. Now, my heart goes out to Kobe Bryant's family, and luckily, Kobe Bryant's wife and also his other daughter and his other family were never in the helicopter when the helicopter crashed. But Kobe Bryant's daughter, his younger daughter, was in the helicopter with him. Now, I never show sympathy for this. Do you know why? Because Kobe Bryant actually helped me to see something amazing. Now, what I seen today was I looked at, for example, the other basketball player who is playing for Miami, and I said, hey, I see some cockiness here because I ruled out Kobe Bryant to be somewhat dead and the other guy is still alive. And I was cocky about that. And that boosted my spirituality as I actually realized, hey, I have nothing against dead people. I have nothing against anyone in the world. And then what I do is I just say, I'm happy, I resent nobody. I'm happy, I forgive myself and everybody. And then guess what? Every time I say this, do you know why? It just clears my thinking. It clears my thinking that I never resent myself, that I'm never jealous of anyone. And I make sure to repeat these affirmations daily on a daily basis. And before bed, before I sleep, I say, I'm happy, I forgive myself and everyone. I'm happy that I forgive myself and everyone before I fall asleep. And I say, I'm happy that I resent nobody before I go to sleep. And I say it throughout the day too, just to have a peace of mind for myself. And then I say, I'm happy I'm not jealous of anybody. And I continue my life. Now, no matter what, you have to repeat this on a daily basis. Now, when you repeat this on a daily basis, you're going to feel much better about yourself, and you're going to clear any hate that you may have had during the day about anyone in your day. But if you never forgive, if you never say, I'm happy, I forgive myself and everybody, then guess what? If you never say those words, then you're going to actually resent life, you're going to be ungrateful, you're going to be going down, you're going to be a negative person, and you're actually bringing everyone down around you. So to be able to say gratitude and be a happier person, just forgive. Just say, I'm happy I forgive myself first. I'm happy I forgive myself first and everybody. And just do you. And that way you've cleared the path for yourself to be a more successful person. And also Jack Canfield, who is my mentor from the past, and God bless his soul, he's still alive today, that no matter what, he taught me something big in my life. He said, every time you use the I am statement, which is I am rich, for example, he says, put the or better at the end of your statement so that you can actually never even see what you are really saying in terms of I am statements. And this is an example for you. I am rich or better. I am positive or better. I am negative or better. And now, since I've said that, I've actually turned it around. So no matter what, whenever you get stuck on a statement with I am, put or better at the end of it so that you can actually go, I am rich or better. And that way, it clears the path for you. There's no blockages anymore. And it works for me. And I had this actually in my car, and I would actually put this little sign on my windshield when I was driving a car, and I'd put, I am rich or better. And I always think about it. And no matter what, it boosted my life. And what I do now on a daily basis is I use the or better in these kind of sentences. I hate this guy or better. Now what does that mean? I hate this guy or better. Like, that means I never even hated him in the first place. Because I put or better at the end of the sentence, so that means I am better or better. So no matter what. Now, this is how I use my thinking style to actually clear any blockages I have, or that I actually never have now, because or better. And I make sure to always make sure to put or better everywhere, or better. Now, when I'm actually speaking or better, I make sure I'm always doing better or better. Do you understand how I speak now? Now, when you're putting those sentences like that, I make sure I'm always doing something better for myself, as sometimes comparing can be very shit or better. Do you see that? So no matter what, whenever you get self-doubt, even when you never use the I am statement, you must also use the or better in terms of never using the I am statement for yourself or better. Do you understand? So no matter what, do you see how I speak? It just makes me clueless or better. So no matter what, see how I had a negative interpretation of myself, and I had a negative connotation to myself and for myself or better. I make sure to repeat it and or better with myself. So when I say or better, I'm actually coaching myself to never ever self-doubt myself. So no matter what, I never fail when I say or better, because I mean better anyway. So even though I may say fuck you cunt or better, I actually said something very positive right there, because I put or better at the end of that stupid sentence or better. So no matter what, do you understand how I now see life? That's how I speak to myself on a daily basis. Now, when I self-doubt, I just go or better. And when I use I am statements, I go or better too. So I may go I'm rich or better. Instead of just saying I am rich, I may go I'm rich or better. Instead of saying I hate you, I'd say I hate you or better. Now, I'm happy, I resent nobody. Now, I'm happy, I forgive myself and everyone. Because I just said that I hate you or better. But see, now, since I put or better at the end of I hate you or better, guess what? I now have love for you. Because I mean better than I hate you or better. Do you understand? So now, since I hate you or better, do you see how I put or better at the end of I hate you or better? So that I can actually never hate you or better. Do you understand? And that's how I actually unlock a better life for myself. No matter what, this is going to be a very useful tool, but you have to keep using it. Now, Jack Canfield told me and showed me, actually, to put these or better words in my journaling and inside my I am statements or better, so that I can actually live my life or better. Do you understand? So no matter what, I may be speaking to someone in daily life in the hostel, and I may actually say something so stupid that is so negative that's going to put me down or better. And guess what? Then once I put or better at the end of that sentence for myself or better, I actually repeated something very positive for myself, but that person had no clue what I said or better. And they act like they did see what I said or better. So no matter what, that person actually never even knows what I said. And I just repeated something for myself to actually be more positive in that scenario. So that's the whole point of communication. Communication is key to everything in life, to leadership, to better health, to selling yourself, to actually having greatness, to writing better, to understanding better, to everything. So no matter what, you have to communicate more and more on a daily basis. Now, no matter what, you have to make sure that you journal more and more. As I have started to journal over 80 hours of my life and more, every single week and more. I make sure no matter what, I'm always journaling. I'm always writing down how to better myself. I'm always using my emotions. I'm using all my body. Now, I've related my body, mind, and soul. And also, for example, my heart, body, and mind, and all my cells in my body, all towards my soul. So I've connected my heart, body, and mind to my soul. So I just use the word soul. I will use my soul today. It's just much easier for me to connect my heart to my soul. my body to my soul, my mind to my soul. I am using my soul now. I'm using everything about me. I'm using my mind, I'm using my heart, I'm using my body. When I ask myself, do I use the mind or heart? I just say I use my soul. That means I use everything about me. That means I can use my heart, I can use my soul, I can use my mind, I can use my cells, I can use my fingers, I can use everything about me to speak to someone. Whatever makes me feel confident in the moment, I use it. Sometimes I may use my emotions only, just my body. Okay, now emotions is just you. Everything about you. Your emotions is your mind, it's your soul, it's your heart, it's your body. Now, what I mean is, I may use my feelings only sometimes, just to speak to someone, because it's the best thing for me in the moment. And then I may actually use the mind to speak to someone, because I actually get a faster reaction and I do something faster in terms of skill-wise, everything. And then when the mind's never working for me, then I use my heart. I actually use my something better for myself. So no matter what, I always have my soul working for me. I always have the mind working for me. Because sometimes when something in your life is never functioning, you have to realize to use something else, and you have to actually change your approach anyway. Change your approach. When your body's not working for you, use your heart. When your heart's not working for you, then use your feelings. When your feelings are not working for you, use your mind. When your mind's not working for you, just use your mouth. When your mouth's not working for you, use your eyes. When your eyes are not working for you, use your ears. When your ears are not working for you, use your actual gut instinct. Use your actual intestines. When your intestines are not working for you, use your private parts. Okay? When that's not working, make sure you use yourself and your whole body, and make sure that you use your legs and arms and everything about you. Use your hair. Use everything. Use your whole body. Your whole body, your whole mind, your whole soul, everything about you. Make sure that you're using everything about you to communicate and to be a better person. Now, as I do this, here I am, living my life. And no matter what, I'm always living life the best way I can. And always saying, how can I live better? Now, for me, I've been doing this program now for 46 minutes. And there's nothing else for me to do except for me now. And there are people here at the hostel, they're speaking with people, and I can go sit down with them and I can say, hey, what's going on? But this is my business. This is my multi-billion-dollar business. This is actually my fortune. Now, you may look at me, hey, Danny, you're 27 years old, mate. Hey, get a life. Look at you, mate. Who are you going to teach me? Look at me, I'm older than you. And listen, no matter what, I'm never older. I'm only younger. But you may be thinking that. Now, I don't care what people think. Now, no matter what, there are many people who may say, Danny, go downhill. Or Danny, make sure that you step down because you're younger than me. You understand? Now, no matter what, thank you very much for the sincerity that I'm younger than you. You understand? Because I'm always younger. When I turn 50 and a person says that they're 27 to me, I'll say I'm younger. And they'll say, no, you're not, but yes, I am younger. Do you understand? I stated it. And then they'll be like, how old are you? I'm like, 57 or whatever. And no matter what, it's never or whatever, it's always me. So I'm always using my words better or whatever or better. So no matter what, I'm always repeating my words. Why? Because repetition is key to self-awareness. When you repeat who you are, when you repeat your words, when you repeat your hand movements and how you're doing things, you're always going to learn actually how to speak even better. Always go back in time 1 second so that you can actually reflect upon yourself and what you actually said. Because when you're reflecting upon your life in terms of agility, in terms of peak performance, in terms of cardio, in terms of everything that you do and everything you say, you must be able to self-reflect also. Self-reflectance is key. Self-reflecting is key to everything in your life, and I'm not a perfectionist. Now see how I stated that, because I actually got angry just recently. Why? Because I had to pronounce something so beautifully for myself when I can actually change my expression of mind in a different way this time and change my approach, as Tony Robbins says. Change your approach always for myself. And when I do this, I find new expressions of thinking, and it's really easily done Now, no matter what, I'm never a thinker. I'm only a doer. And you have to be able to repeat those affirmations. You have to say it for yourself. That you are a doer. That you are never a thinker. Because never confuse thinking with doing. You understand? When you're thinking, you're never doing anything. But when you're writing something and you're thinking, you're doing always. But when you're speaking in an audio program, you're doing something always. When you are walking somewhere, you're doing something. When you are swimming something, you're always going to be something. No matter what, when you're doing something, when you're going, when you're walking, when you're writing, when you're speaking, when you're socializing, use the ing, okay, the verbs, and read upon them. Read upon your verbs in life. Everything that has an ing, at the end of the word is a doing word. Make sure when you're laying, you're also writing. Make sure that when you're walking, you're also writing. When you're walking, you can also do reading. When you're reading, you can also make sure to be speaking. When you're multitasking, make sure you're reading. When you're multitasking, make sure you're walking. Do you understand? Make sure you're doing everything. When you're multitasking, do more than everything you can to make sure that you're going forward. So no matter what, use your ability to multitask yourself into a greatness. So that you can actually see who you are and so that you can be a more spiritual person. Now, what I work on a daily basis is the spiritual plane, the communicational plane, the financial plane, the emotional plane, and everything to do with being a better person. So no matter what, it's about being interdependent. Think about interdependence, never independence. Everyone can be independent. Everyone can be dependent. Just make sure that you are focusing on the best things in life. Now, what are things in life? Things are everything. Things are thoughts. Things are you. Things are objects. Things are everything you see. Things are imagination. Things are unexplainable. Things are priceless. So when you refer to things, make sure you refer to everything. Now, I'm a life coach. I'm a person who's always coaching on different planes all the time. Now, I may say an idea, and you may click, and you may get something, idea. You may get an idea from me, and guess what? You must take action upon that idea, and you must do it right now. Always right now. When you need to go see someone, you do it right now. When you need to go do something, you do it right now. When you need to ask a question, you do it now. You must do it now. And never doubt yourself to ask a question. When a question arises in your mind, go and ask it right now. Do you know why? Because the faster you ask it, the faster your reaction times and the faster your agility. Now, reaction times have everything to do with agility. So, to be a peak performer, you also have to go into athleticism. And athleticism is very easy, as I said. Now, to do athleticism, you have to make sure that you start nutrition first. No matter what, it's the most important. You can never do athleticism without nutrition. You need to be able to eat better all the time. Never just eat better. Never just do better. Never just think better. You understand? Never just be, but be better. You understand? Never just see, but see better. Never just read, but read better. Read and do everything better. So no matter what, when you have sex better. Do it better. No matter what you're doing in life, always look for the positive aspects of life and make sure that you're never sad about people dying, that you're never sad that your parents died, that you're never sad in life, because when you're sad, you're showing sympathy. So step out of sympathy, please, and get into empathy, which is no sadness. Have no sadness in life. Have no sadness that Kobe Bryant died. Have no sadness about your family dying. Have no sadness about your family having cancer. Have no sadness about disability people. Have no sadness about people being violent. Have no sadness about the world being negative. Have no sadness about what's going on. Do you understand? You need to be better now. You need something better in your life, and you need to start lifting the world, even though everything is working in your favor. Understand? Do you know why? Because that's the positive way to think. Now, to think is to die. And no matter what, make sure that you're never thinking. Make sure that you're working on your ability to think better. Now, to think is to lose, but to think better is to live on. Do you know why? Because when you think better, eventually you stop thinking. You realize the more you think, the more diseased you are. Now, those people who are never taking action to be conscious of their thoughts on a daily basis by observing the mind, you must be able to observe the mind first. Observe the mind, otherwise the mind will control you. Now, if you're not controlling your mind, the mind is controlling you. Now, that means your ego can control you, but never let the ego control you. Never be egotistical, and make sure that you're always labeling your cockiness. Every single day, I find out, is my mind cocky here? Is my mind cocky in there? And I actually push my emotions into my mind, and I say, was that cockiness my emotions? And my emotions say, yes, it was. And okay, I own my cockiness there. Thank you. I still have to improve. But now, since I labeled a pattern where my cockiness may arise, that never happens again for me. And guess what happens? I start to improve anyway. Because I labeled my emotions. And now cockiness is suffering. Cockiness is sadness. Okay, sadness is suffering. So the more you can label where sadness is in your life, the less sad you're going to be. And that's got everything to do with emotional quotient, emotional intelligence, EQ. That's everything to do with self-regulating your emotions, being in the body, making sure that you mature more, making sure that you develop more. It's all about peak performance. It's all about athleticism. It's all about nutrition. And it's about a better life. So no matter what, guys, just make sure you're always living your life. And currently here I am at the hostel. It's 12:21, which is a beautiful number as it goes 1, 2, 2, 1. So the universe is sending me a sign saying, hey, let's go. It's almost an hour long for my podcast. So no matter what, guys, just realize to be able to public speak in life, you need to realize numbers. You need to actually gain finances. You need to be able to teach people how to get from one place to another. But first, you gotta do it. And you have to be a coach. You have to actually teach yourself how to write. You have to teach yourself how to learn. You have to teach yourself everything according to your life. No one's going to do it for you. I'll give you all the ideas in the world. But you must be able to label your cockiness, and you must be able to see to never expose the negative side of you. Never expose it. Keep it inside. If you're about to yell at someone in a negative way, or cause drama, or cause violence, then guess what? Keep it for yourself. Because guess what? When you keep the negative side for you only, guess what? People are only going to see the positive sides of you. And that's what the world needs more. So no matter what, guys, just make sure you're always living life. Make sure you're always boosting your finances, boosting the person you are. And guys, this is the best I can do. And I'm always getting better. I'm getting better and better. And you have to realize, no matter what, to always do your best. Because the best is always going to be better. When you do your best, you'll always be doing better. So guess what? The best method and the best tool that you can do ever in your life is to say, just do your best. And just do your best. And just say, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Always. And I see my life back in the past. I was always doing my best. I just never had people around me who taught me how to do anything. And now, guess what? Yes, I have. Yes, I did have people who were teaching me, but I was unaware of what they were teaching. I never even knew how to teach myself. And I was unaware. And guess what? It's no one's fault. It was just unawareness in my life. I started off as a baby. Everyone starts off as a baby, unaware of how to live life. And guess what? You grow up conditioned by the world around you. You get into the wrong crowd or better. So no matter what, see how I ended up saying or better at the end of my sentence, or better? Do you know why? Because there is no wrong or right in life. And even though I keep saying this for myself, I make sure to improve from it. And I make sure to label my thoughts and see exactly where I must improve. So no matter what, just make sure, no matter what, you're always labeling your thoughts. You're seeing that your mind is never controlling you. Because when you let your mind to actually let loose, just as I did just then, you have to realize to actually be on top of it and say, oh, better, or better, or better this, or better that. You know why? Because you need to think better. I see that just then I actually gave you negative information because for me, it was never the right way to do anything or better. Now, do you see that? There is never the right way. Do you see how I just went back on my words again? Do you know why? Because the mind believes there is that right or wrong. There is no right or wrong, and I actually have to keep repeating this for myself. Now, I thought for myself, no matter what, to just do better. And that's it. Just keep doing better. And that's why I self-reflect so much in my life. And see, this is honestly me playing out how I am in actual life. That no matter what, I have to repeat sentences for you so that I can better myself. As I only need to spread positivity in my life and never negativity out in the world. I can spread negativity all the way. And then guess what? The more negativity you spread out, the more you become negative. Do you know why? So to spread positivity in the world, that's what I become in the future. So that's why I always seek to make sure that you're on top of your thoughts. Be on top of your thoughts. Make sure you're planning and journaling all your thoughts down on paper, and do it and keep doing it. And make sure that you're putting your thoughts down in your electronic phone. In your note system. As that's what I do. And then I upload it online in my online storage. And then I sell it for $7.20 a month. And no matter what, that's how you can stay on top of your thoughts. The more you write down, the more garbage from your mind goes into paper. And guess what? The more value you give. So no matter what, that's how you can become a multi-billionaire right now. So no matter what, guys, make sure you're taking action. And it's 12:25 now. And I'll make sure to actually finish off this podcast just by saying that, guys, no matter what, look to the better way of life and make sure no matter what, you're always learning and always growing. And guys, I'll see you in the next podcast. I'll make sure from this podcast you take action on some idea in this podcast because that's the best I can do. Okay? That's the best I can do for you. Now you have to go and take action. Sorry. I can never take action for you because I've already taken action based on what I've said in this audio program. And that's why I choose to be in integrity. So guys, no matter what, choose yourself to be in a better way, and that is integrity. Guys, make sure you are taking action upon this podcast, please. Okay? Please, let me change your life. But make sure that you change your life first. Guys, enjoy your day.